Did I crash a party that Prince gave? I was a +1 to a party that Prince gave before I had made a movie, and I was in LA for the first time, and I just booked my first film, the Robert Redford movie Lions for Lambs. I remember I was in the Beverly Center, and I was like waiting to hear if I had got the thing, and my manager at the time was like, "Hey, you should come to some of these Golden Globes parties with me tonight." I was kind of despondent. I was like, I just can't think about anything else apart from this gosh darn movie. And I remember I was in the Beverly Center, like reluctantly in H&M, getting a suit for the night, just in case I felt like going. And I got the call while I was in the changing room for like my $50 suit, and I decided to get a $75 suit instead. And I ended up going and having the best night. Me and Eddie Redmayne, we just hung out all night, and I ended up I was another person's +1 for the Prince party. And so I guess I did kind of crash it. I was the person watching everyone just going, "There's Justin Timberlake." And then like I got too drunk and I had to wait in line for the bathroom and vomit in his toilet. But the worst thing about that was the two most beautiful women in the world were behind me. It was Salma Hayek and Penelope Cruz, if you need ask. And I just thought, oh no, I'm about to vomit where they're gonna be following me to probably urinate, and I felt terrible. And I apologize if either of you are watching. You are goddesses, and I appreciate your work so deeply, and I'm sorry for that experience. But I made sure everything was all tidy and good for when you guys entered. And you were so sweet to me in the line. I was like trying to vomit, and I remember like you guys talked to me. You had no reason to talk to me. I was like some Napoleon Dynamite looking dude, and like in a like ill-fitting $75 suit, and you were like. How are you? How's your night going? And I was like, I love you both. Why are you talking to me? I don't want, this is too much. And then knowing what I was about to do, bad. Oh no, you're gonna use this, aren't you, Lynn? This is going in. Damn it. Javier Bardem? Oh yeah, are you kidding me? The power of that man, the beauty of that man, the humility. Oh my God, come on. So that was the most recent starstruck experience I had. I had a big, beautiful hug, and he's just, he's a Latin man. He's got that kind of warmth. I'm drawn to that as a Leo. And he's just what he did and do, and it was just like all the secrets he had, all the mystery that he brought, and the kind of gravitas, no, he's someone that I really want to just watch all the time. He's a rare talent. I believe the project we are talking about today is called Tick, Tick, Boom, a musical film directed by the incomparable Lin-Manuel Miranda about the incomparable life of a young musical theater composer named Jonathan Larson, who created Rent. The fact is that John Larson died at the age of 35 on the night before the first preview of Rent off Broadway. Mm-hmm. And so for me, there's something deeply mysterious and shockingly synchronicitous about that. And he died of an aortic aneurysm, a condition called Marfan's syndrome. Mm-hmm. And so it was a heart attack. And there was a line in his original version of Tick, Tick, Boom that producers had to cut after he had passed away because it was too prescient. Mm. And the line was, "Sometimes I feel like my heart is going to explode," which is, kind of what happened at the age of 35 on the eve of the first preview of Rent. So for me, the ticking, this is how I interpreted it in certain ways, because I think, yes, it's about turning 30, and it's about, is it my girlfriend's biological clock? Is it the fact that I am losing all of these friends, mostly gay men who were dying in the late 80s and early 90s because of this terrible plague? But for me, the ticking is real for John, and he was right. He is running out of time. You know what I'm saying? We all live longing for more life, if we're lucky. Mm-hmm. But for John, he somewhere knew, I think unconsciously, that he didn't have a lot of time here to get as many of his songs into the world, and he was so misunderstood within his time. He was totally rejected, ignored, and never really experienced the harvest of his work, but he still got up every morning and pounded at the piano and wrote music and sang his music, because I think he was haunted by the muses of theater, the muses of art, and they were saying to him, it was as if they were saying to him, "Buddy, you really don't have a lot of time, and we actually really need your work and your gifts in the world." I think when someone dies young, their energy gets left behind in a bigger way. The genius that they leave behind wants to be reactivated. It was like I was being reunited with a long-lost brother that I didn't know I had. That was the sense of kindred spirit feeling that I had about me and John, this real connection, like an older brother that I wanted to live up to. Give it to me, my bones and in my blood, and help me draw upon all the parts of me that line up with you, and then some. Ooh, you know what? I fell deeper in love with Sondheim. Sondheim was definitely a mentor to John, and I think John got Sondheim stoned for the first time in his life, which is hilarious. At a party, yeah. John needed weed. He needed to settle his nervous system as often as possible. But yeah, he gave Sondheim his first joint. I've always sung in the shower. That was the extent of it. Or like, Will Smith's Miami in karaoke, that was my go-to karaoke, which is not particularly a song to be sung rather than rapped. It's nice when you get to learn a whole new part of yourself, learn a whole new skill set, and do it in service of a story like John's. I thought, oh dear, I have my work cut out for me, because I need to get to the place, because I've never sung before. I needed to get my voice to the place where I could confidently and passionately sing to the back of the galaxy like he did, like reach the far reaches of the corners of the universe, which was what he was trying to do, spread all of this love and joy, and again, a clarion call to remind us that life can have such meaning if we just remember that it's temporary and ephemeral.